excited to be here. My name is Courtney Dowdett, and we're going to have a great show. Before any of that, I want to thank everyone that came to Houston Quilt Festival. And it was so great to see everyone in person, answer questions, hug you, take pictures with you. It was literally the highlight. It was wonderful. So thank you if you came to Houston Quilt Festival. If you missed out this year, you can always come next year and hang out with us. So today we have a great show with Debbie Cleek. She is the queen of Embrilliance, and she's going to be teaching us all about Embrilliance, some awesome tips and tricks from the expert. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and say hello to some people in the comments. Oh my goodness, you guys were already there even before the show. I want to say hi to Kay in Kentucky. Let's see. I want to say hello to Shirley in Illinois. Paula. Oh my goodness. Paula said, I am ready to learn. You and me both, Paula. Alrighty. Let's see. We have Debbie from Georgia. We have another Kay from Kentucky. Do you know each other? Let's see. We have Jeff. Nice to see you from Indiana. Oh my goodness. We have so many people waiting to come say hi. Now, for that, I always want to remind people that at the end of the show, we have a $50 AllBrands gift card. You can always enter hashtag AllBrands to enter into that AllBrands E-Gift Card. So that's, again, hashtag AllBrands. You can put it all throughout the show, but make sure you enter that. That way you enter for the chance to win that gift card. All right, I'm going to stop rambling and introduce the lovely Debbie Cleek. Hi!
Hi, everybody.
Hi! Oh my goodness, I've been looking forward to the show because I want to learn Embrilliance myself. So this one's for me.
Well, this one kind of snuck off me, but that's okay. I've always got tricks up my sleeve to show you. I always got fun stuff. We're going to talk about essentials, enthusiasts. We're going to talk about Christmas traditions and the Christmas collection. Christmas collections 1.
Oh my goodness, can you believe it's Christmas time already almost? We're in November. For crafters, we need to get started already.
So it's the perfect time to get started on if you have, people probably are not like me and dragging their feet. They've probably already started their Christmas stuff. Yeah. But I thought if not, this would be a nice little teaser to get them going. Yes. What are you looking for? Christmas is right around the corner.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. Well, Debbie, I will let you take it away and I'm ready to learn.
Okay, let me exit full screen here.
Let me move myself out of here.
You see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. This is my real screen. Usually I show on the demo, but there's a particular font I want to show you. One of the things that Essentials, and we're talking about Essentials first. One of the things that Essentials is very, very good at is combining designs. And this little character here, this little guy, I don't think he gets used enough. I don't see a lot of questions.
We're unable to see your screen. If you hit the present button at the bottom, we should be able to see it. We want to see all the fabulous things you have for us.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, the joys of live. Well, Debbie's setting that up. Don't forget, hashtag AllBrands in the comments to enter to win for that $50 e-gift card. That is hashtag AllBrands. Let's see.
You see it now?
No, we do not. Let's see. There should be a present button at the bottom. You guys are getting to see it.
I clicked it. Let's see. Let me go back. Present.
I don't see it. Guys, in the comments, go ahead and start putting what your Christmas projects are that you're currently working on, because I'm nosy and I want to know. Let's see. Do we see anything?
It won't highlight my share button.
Let's see.
Share screen, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then you should see a present button. It should
be present button and then share screen.
Mm-hmm. And then I think you might need to click on that one.
There we go.
Yay! All right. Well, there we go. We can see it.
Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking on all 4 burners. And the first thing we're going to talk about, like I said, is essentials. And this little button right here, this is our merge design button. So anytime you purchase the Renaissance collection, Merrily, the Patch collection, the Christmas collection, any of those things are going to be brought in through this merge design button right here. So we're going to start off talking about the Christmas collection and merging multiple designs on the design page. I love this wreath, by the way. I think I want to make it as a door hanger for my front door. But I'm not from the South, but I'm still monogram crazy. So I look at this and it needs a monogram.
You can be an honorary Southern. I'll give you that.
Okay. Cool. I'll rock with that. So then I'm going to bring in another design because I don't want to just put a monogram in the middle there. I can merge designs. I'm going to bring in this scallop circle. And then I'm going to hold down my shift key while I'm sizing. And you see how it stays in the center? There we go. So there's and let's change the colors of that. To change the colors in Essentials, you come over here to the Color tab in the Properties area, click on the color chip, and then just scroll through till you see the color that you like. And I'm looking for a gold color. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to put our monogram in there. So we click on our little A up here, and that puts an ABC in the middle. And then I can go over here again in my properties area, click on my letters tab, click the drop down, scroll through all my built-in and otherwise. Oh, look at all these fonts that come with Merrily. While I'm scrolling through them, I should show you them all. All those that say Merrily are all the fonts that come with Merrily. But I want to get the monogram rounded. There's my monogram. Perfect, perfect. Oh, but that purple color just won't do. What color should I make it? I'm thinking I should make it red to match my bow.
Fabulous idea. That's going to look so good.
So let me show you a little trick. Over here, when you click on your color chip, you get your thread box opened up and you have your color tab. Where it says view, you have threads and palettes. Okay, so if you make your own thread palettes, they would be there. I, to be perfectly honest, don't have the gumption to make my own thread palettes. It's all I can do to pull the right color thread out of my thread box. But what's really cool about this, if I click on my palettes option, I get my current page. So now I can click on this red and it's the same red as my bow. How cool is that? Up, 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 up. Let's do that again. You guys need to see that again anyway, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. I was just thinking the same.
Click on palettes. Click on current. Make sure you're on current page. Click on your red. Click OK. And there you go.
That came out so good. Oh, my goodness.
And this is the 8x8 frame, and I haven't sized it yet. So if I wanted to size this, if I had the 14x14, I would go to multi-position hoops, jumbo frame, click apply. And then over here, you have some options over here that I think get overlooked. You have select all, deselect all, lock selected objects, lock and hide, and then unlock. But the one I use the most is my select all. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to hold, I've got everything lined up the way I want. So I can either size it by one corner and drag it, or go back to select all, hold down my shift key. That will keep my design. See how it sizes from the center?
Yeah, so it's almost like just it's breathing all at once. That's wonderful.
See how that works?
And it kept it all proportional. It's great.
Let's go back to our 8x8 hoop.
Well, now you're just showing off, Debbie.
I know. Well, I want to make sure everybody knows where to change their hoop at.
No, and we honestly appreciate that. That is so helpful because depending on the project, we need different sizes, different hoops.
Okay, now I've sized it, but it's a little bit too big. So I'm going to select all, and right up here is my fit to hoop button. So I'm just going to click that button, and it automatically sizes everything and recalculates my stitches so it fits in my hoop.
Oh, wow. So it decreased the stitches if you go smaller and increased them if you went larger?
It does. It increases your stitches. And right down here, well, let's just talk about this area while we're down here. This area here is called, in most software programs, it's called the system tray. And there's some very helpful information down here. It's going to tell you the hoop you have selected, the design that's the size of the design that's selected, and then your stitches. So if I take this design, hold down my shift key, size it down, it's going to adjust my stitch count to accommodate the size of my design. Now, if I come back up here and click on Fit to Hoop, see it's recalculated and added those stitches back in that were taken out when it was sized down. So it recalculates your stitches as you size your design.
Oh, wow. That's so neat. So there's nothing additional we had to do. That is amazing.
Yeah, I think so. That's one of my favorite things is not all sizing programs, depending on the price of them, whatever, not all sizing programs recalculate the stitches as easily and as seamlessly as this one does.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to hold the button down to get the sizing to recalculate your stitches. This one, all you have to do is click and drag.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm going to get a new design page.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to our merged design. And I want to make some gingerbread men. I'm going to select this red right here. Ooh, no, I'm not.
She instantly, no, thank you.
I'm going to show you something else.
Okay.
What I want, if you think about gingerbread men when you bake them at home, how many of you bake gingerbread men at home?
I have. It's very, very fun for the holidays.
It is. It is. But what color is the icing typically at the...
It's usually what, white, or you'll usually white, or sometimes they'll have pre-mixed.
Right. Usually it's white. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to stitch the mouth. I'm going to add a stop. Go back to my threads because I need to find a white color. There, how cute is that?
That came out so good. And you got to customize them 100%. That was amazing.
The sewing simulator is not just for showing how your design is going to stitch out. If I want to change the color of his bow tie, I'll do this. We'll go through these steps one more time. Let's scroll through the brown, the red of his mouth. This time I'm going to add a stop before we get to the bow. Let's change. Okay, now we're going to do one more time. So hope you guys are watching this. We're going to stitch through the brown real quick. And then we're going to sew through the mouth. We're going to sew through the one arm. Okay, at the end of what we're doing is we're inserting color stops.
I love that it's color coded up there. Like, this just makes my brain happy, but I love that it's color coded. So if you wanted to go back and you're like, oh, I want this one that I made white, a different color, you know exactly where it is now.
Right. And now the way I did that, because of the way I did that, using the sewing simulator and the way it was digitized with this guy, I mean, they were all supposed to be the same color, so they were actually digitized in a normal fashion. But when I changed the colors, that made these guys two different colors. So now we'll come up here and we'll use our color sort button. And it reduced my color by 2 color changes. Let's take it to a new view. Now look at this. Before I take it to a new view, let's look at this. We've got brown, red, white, brown, dark brown, and green. So let's take it to a new view. Select it. Go to our colors. Brown, red, white, brown, green. No red, white, red, white.
Oh, wow. So instantly when it's done with that section, it's going to go to the next section that has that color with it. That is
right.
So cool.
It's going to take all the colors that are the same and put them together if it can.
And threading is not our favorite thing, so we appreciate that.
Yes. Now, one other thing, I want to make my gingerbread men. I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. Now I've got 2 gingerbread men. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. I want to make my gingerbread men, they're best friends. They want to hold hands. And I want to make, what if I wanted to make a big whole garland? Let's use the, let's select all of these. Now let's use the density map and we can see where it's pretty dense right here. See where that red is? It's where the stripes overlay everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my remove hidden stitches. And see, that's no longer red there except for that little, 2 or 3 stitches there. See, remove those hidden stitches so I'm not stitching over, wasting thread and wasting time.
Yeah, and it would have made it bulky. Now it's just perfect and even all the way through. That is
exactly. Beautiful. Exactly. No bulletproof embroidery.
Oh my goodness, everyone's loving this. Debbie said, Debbie, it makes it look so easy from one Debbie to another.
Let's see. Another thing we need to talk about is the cleanup stitches. And not that we would have to do that here, but I like to show it just to kind of give you an idea. Currently, this design has 9,154 stitches. If I use the vacuum cleaner, which comes with the density repair kit, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the presentation when I talk to you about all the things and all the reasons you need the density repair kit. But we'll take that and we'll run the vacuum cleaner over it. And it reduced it by 100 stitches. What it does, those stitches that it takes out are like those small little nuisance undersewing stitches and the extra stitches that are in your tie off. It just gives you a smoother look on the front and the back. So this little guy here, the clean up stitches, is a very, very valuable tool to have.
Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out how we lived without it before, and I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing the things we live without.
Right.
I'm going to get another new design page. I'm going to go to Merge Designs. And let's talk about a few things that are in Essentials. I mean, I'm sorry, in Enthusiast. Well, do we want to jump to Enthusiast right away, or do we want to talk about what some of these buttons are up here before we go to Enthusiast? Let's just do a little bit of house cleaning and talk about what these buttons are here. This is your new page button. This is your open button. And this is your save. Okay. This is print. So if you want to print a template, copy, paste, undo, redo, color sort, which we've used. Okay. And down here is where you change from millimeters to inches, is in your tool. This up here on the top is called your toolbar. The one on the bottom is your tool pane, and that's where you change from millimeters to inches. That's where you have your 90-degree rotation and your mirror image, flip horizontally and flip vertically. That's where your center design of the hoop is. That's where your fit to hoop is. That's also where your project advisor is. It gives you tips and tricks on what stabilizers and threads and needles and things to use. This guy over here we've used quite a bit. This one is your merge design. This is your create letters. And this is merge a stitch file. So if I want to go to somewhere outside of my computer, outside of my Essentials, I would click on that button and it's going to let me go to my downloads or my demo designs. Okay, I've stalled long enough. I have to go to Enthusiast because I was playing with it earlier, and there's some really, really fun things that I have to show you.
Absolutely. Everyone is loving this. Renee says, I'm learning, which is what we want, Renee.
Well, and I hope that nothing has been hard so far. I mean, as easy as I'm making it look, it really is that easy if you just get in there and click around and touch the buttons and use it. It's only software. It's not going to blow up. It's not going to, suck your firstborn into the great dimension or anything like that. It's just software, and it's only as good as you clicking on it.
Yep. I always tell people,
don't be afraid to click on it.
I always tell people you're only limited by your creativity and maybe Pinterest. Other than that, sky's the limit.
That's right. So let's go to, we've done Christmas 1. I'm going to click on I'm going to go to Christmas traditions. Sorry, I lied.
That's okay. I like that one, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I love this one. If you have not stitched out this poinsettia, oh my God, it's the most gorgeous poinsettia ever.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to age myself now, but back when I was a little girl, we used to always put on brooches on our coats in the wintertime, especially our good coat that we would wear to church. Mm-hmm. And I, of course, made me one of these and put a pin back on it so I can put it on my coat in the wintertime.
That's a fabulous idea. That is such a good idea. And don't worry, everything's coming back around. I've been seeing brooches coming up more, so we're ahead of the times. There we go.
So here we have just a little holly leaf, and a little holly leaf by itself with a couple of little holly berries. I mean, it's cute, but it's nothing spectacular. But if you go up here to the utility menu and go to carousel, and let's make this area 100 by 100. And how cute is that?
So cute.
Okay, let's make it just a tiny bit cuter, can we?
Absolutely.
Let's select this Christmas candy cane. Now, how cute would that be on the towels you're going to gift everybody for the holidays this year?
Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And it's so many different places that you could put it, and it looks like a cohesive collection that you would have purchased.
Doesn't it?
Out of thin air. That is so awesome.
And it just took me, 3 or 4 clicks. And then one more very important click. What are we going to do? Color sort. It's going to reduce it by 8 color changes. Go to a new view.
By 8? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I thought you were going to be like 2 or 3. No, 8.
Because each one of these little guys, so separately. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's do our little trick because we want to make everything the same color. So let's do our little trick I showed you earlier with the palettes and make this there we go. Now we could color sort it again. And it would reduce it by 1 color.
Hey, but that's one color change we did not have to do. And now it looks like it's matching. It's not, different shades. That's awesome.
Right. And it just saves you a color changer. It saves you from going back to your thread box and finding a different color red that coordinates with what you already have, that fits. It all coordinates. It all looks like, it looks store-bought. It looks like something I would find in TJ Maxx or Marshall's or Kohl's or any of those places that I go way too often.
You and me both. We'll go together. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's get another new page because there's a ton of stuff in the utility menu. All these guys down here, all are in enthusiasts. And they all work so well with these tiny little designs. Okay, now I am going to go back to Christmas 1 because what I want is this guy here. I'm going to move him over here. And now we're going to go to utility. We're going to go to instant repeat. And I'm going to repeat this 3 times. Click OK. Now I'm going to go to utility and mirror times 4. Let's move my box out of the way so you can see the magic.
Oh, you couldn't see my face, but my draw just dropped on the floor. That was amazing.
So think of a bath towel. Okay. Let's go okay. Let's come over here to our fonts. Let's go back to our monogram fonts. Scroll down, MG, monogram diamond. Okay, one more thing. Enthusiast has knockdown stitching. I would probably also see if I could select all. There we go. Now imagine this on a white towel with white knockdown stitching, a red monogram. How cool is that?
That is so cool. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Oh, I'm over here drooling. Everyone in the comments are like, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Well, and it's not, yes, it's amazing. My thing is it's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very expensive to do this. And with those collections, you have so many designs at your fingertips that with the essential software or the enthusiast software, you can do so much with so little.
Absolutely.
I mean, this little design, like I said, I brought it in. It looked like a little poor, sad little design all by himself there. But look at what I did in just a few short clicks.
That is amazing. Do you mind if I ask some questions that we have in the comments, Debbie?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Alrighty. So Carrie wants to know, oh, hey, Carrie Cunningham. Love her. Can you create SVGs in Embrilliance, or can designs be converted to SVGs?
Okay, if I take this white, let's go to this green. No. Let's take this white color here. Let's click on the applique. Let's tell it this, the applique position. Let's save it. It's going to allow me to save it as an SVG, an FCM, a Studio, an SCut4, a PLT, or an HPGL for plotters. That one we would never in a million years need to worry about. But to answer your question, yes, it'll make SVGs, and just that simple. Save that. And if this were an applique, I would have my applique file to take to my digital cutter to pre-cut my applique for my cute little design.
That is amazing. Yeah, I used my brother's Scan and Cut for this, and it's fabulous.
Yes.
Let's see. The next question we have. Enthusiast is one with knockdown stitches, correct? Sorry, she didn't hear if we had mentioned it. I don't know if we had mentioned it.
Enthusiast is the one with knockdown stitches. Okay. Yes.
Awesome. Let's see. And then we have Mary. Oh, she wants to know where the Christmas candy cane font is from.
That is from, let's double check that. I think it is from the Christmas One collection.
Okay. And then once you start learning your favorites, you know exactly where they're at.
That's true.
See, and then Paula wants to know, so if we have both software programs, can you pretty much, you can pretty much do most things. I mean, pretty much.
You can. And that's why I thought I would show the Christmas collection, because I don't think people that have it, I don't think that they stretch their imaginations as far as they can with some of these little designs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can do anything. If I wanted to look at my density, it's always a good idea to double check your density before you stitch a design. Always.
Now, is there a color of your density that you're thinking, oh, okay, way too thick, probably not a good idea?
Okay, let's look at this design real quick with the density map. Okay, see, it's got mostly blue, a little bit of yellow. But if it had a lot of red, right now it just has a little dinky bit of red. If I took that design, let's turn the 3D back on.
That's my favorite. It's so
I know,
cool.
yeah. Let's select it all. Let's copy. Let's paste. Now let's look at the 3D map.
Oh.
That is what you never want to see.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that looks like a hurricane coming is what that looks like.
and it will be. It will be a hurricane at your, it'll be a storm at your machine, because I can guarantee you each one of these little French knots or candle wicks that are these berries are going to shred your thread, and you're going to be so frustrated. That's why we give you the tools to make embroidery fun.
Yeah.
Because I can come over here and I can remove my hidden stitches. And there we go.
Oh my God, it's so much better. Now it's a cat 1, not a cat 5. Sorry, I'm from the South. We talk in hurricane terms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Okay, let's get a new design page and let's see what else, what other designs we have in here to play with. Let's go to our utility and go to scatter. Now this will just scatter these designs around and make them, say I'm making a Christmas tote bag to carry my gifts to all my friends and family this year. And I want a panel, and I don't want fabric because I ran out. All I have is a little square of gold fabric to use for my pocket or my little square panel on my tote bag. So I can come in here and I can use scatter. I can create my own fabric. I can tell it how small I want my minimum to be. I can tell it how far or how close I want them to be. And I can tell what I want my maximum size to be. Maybe I don't want them to get any bigger. Maybe I want to keep them at the regular size and size down from there. And then maybe I don't like this layout. I can click new pattern. Till I find a layout that I like.
Oh my goodness. You know, I just bought some fabric that had little trucks on it, little Christmas trucks that were embroidered. And I won't even say how much that cost. It was a pretty penny. But you're using something that was already in your stash and creating it at thin air. That is amazing. I know I keep saying amazing. I'm geeking out right now.
Yeah. Something else we can do with this. Let's get a new design page. Let's go back and get this. Let's get the candle. Let's use something different. Let's get the candle. And this is instant repeat.
I mean,
I can add spacing.
It just did them so uniform. That is amazing. How many times am I going to say amazing? We're going to add a ticker.
I can stagger my rows and columns. See, that would be pretty cute as well.
Kay said, is that called scatter? That was, right, Debbie?
This one is called I'm sorry. Instant repeat.
The candy cane though, was that scatter?
Candy cane? Okay, let's let this one here is called scatter. Utility, scatter. This is called scatter.
Okay.
I need to make them a little bit smaller. And a little bit closer together. There, that's not so bad. There. Click OK. Now we're ready to color sort and save it.
That is so cool. I'm using a new word. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. Shirley wants to know, is there a main software program and then you add on other programs to it?
Essentials would be your beginning program.
Yep.
That would be your platform. You can also start with, if you really need to have the knockdown stitches, you can also start with Enthusiasts for your platform. But then you don't have some essential things like sizing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you remove hidden stitches. Those are both essentials features.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. That is very helpful to know the differences and what comes with what.
Yeah. Let's get a new design page. Let's go in here and see what strikes my fancy to work with next. Okay, how many of you have seen the snowflake that comes with Christmas traditions?
So nice.
This snowflake is lovely, but I can make another one with just a click of the mouse, and another one, and another one. Ooh, I like that one. These are all freestanding lace, folks. So these are all something you're going to stitch on water-soluble stabilizer. Or if you want to stitch them like along the bottom of an apron, you can tell you're stitching on fabric, and it cuts like 5,000 stitches out of it. So it takes out all that heavy underlay that makes them freestanding lace.
I feel like freestanding lace is so intimidating to people, but it's so fun and easy. So the fact that you've built in designs with that already, it's like a double whammy. You have options now of what you can do with that design.
Oh yeah, there's always options. Let's get another new design page. Let's talk for a minute about how much time do we have?
Let's see. I'm about 10 minutes or so. But honestly, we could just sit here and listen to you go over this forever.
Okay, because I could go over this forever, especially with the Christmas collections.
Right.
I love them.
Yeah. And for everyone asking in the comments, I see a lot of comments saying, can I watch this back? You know, this is so much information. This is so great. You can watch it back. It is recorded on our YouTube channel. So if you're ever like, oh, what did she say about this one? Or, oh, this was a good tip. You can always go back and watch it. So we get Debbie forever.
Are I doing something again real soon?
I believe so.
I think we're going to talk about digitizing.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, she's giving her secrets away.
I'm just teasing them so they all come back next time because they're going to like the way I show digital. We're actually going to digitize the design. In the past, just to kind of give you a little commercial about it, we've got enough time so I can show you what I need to show you, which is density repair kit. But in the past, all they would do is show you the tools and what it would do. And this is cross stitch and this is this fill stitch. We're actually going to digitize the design. We're going to work with some real artwork and use the real tools the way they're meant to be used. So if you don't know how to digitize and want to see if digitizing is for you or want to get your feet wet with some digitizing, that would be the one to attend because we're going to actually, for real, digitize the design with some artwork and everything.
That is going to
For
be
real.
an amazing show because I think a lot of people get intimidated by digitizing. And then you have to pay someone else to digitize your own things. And if you're doing a lot of custom items, how many times are you paying someone to do it when you could just do it yourself?
Exactly. Okay, so now let's finish out our time and talk about density repair kit. Unless there are any questions about essentials or enthusiasts or the Christmas collections.
Honestly, everyone's so excited. I think you answered a lot of them. Let me go ahead and check before I say that. Cindy want to know, are the Christmas designs inessential or do I have to buy more software?
You have to buy the Christmas collections. Those are separate. That's why I say they dock in here. And they're sold like, here's the Christmas, here's Merrily, here's the Renaissance font pack, here's the Romance collection. So, and they're not that expensive.
No, they're really not. And like you said, if you're doing it, learn it first, and then you can add these fun ones on. Oh, and someone asked, Shirley wanted to know, when will that show be on? The lovely ladies behind me told me that it is Thursday, next Thursday. So
Okay.
same time, same place.
Okay. The Thursday before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay, so density repair kit. We've already kind of touched on it a little bit. But density repair kit is where you get your density map. This design is fabulous. Remember what happened when we copied and pasted it? Let's do that again with this design. Let's see how that looks. The thing I like about density repair kit, and it doesn't get talked about, and it doesn't get used or purchased as much as it should be, I don't think, just judging by the number of questions we get on it, is it allows you to preview your design. Yeah, you have your sewing simulator to preview that it's got undersewing and underlayment and all those things, but you still don't really know what your density is. And you look at the layers and you think that something is sewing over something is going to be a problem, but that's just because an eye sews on top of the face and there's no hole there for that eye does not mean that eye is problematic. A certain amount of layering is essential for embroidery to give it that dimension and that texture and that ooh la la that we all love embroidery for, right?
Absolutely. I like to rub my hand on the top of it. And then it's nice to feel that design actually come to life and be a little bit 3D.
Right. But with something like this, when I look at it like that, I don't know how much density is in that design. But when I click on the density map that comes with density repair kit, I do know how much is in that design. And then I can click on remove hidden stitches, which is in essentials. And I know this design now is fabulous.
Oh yeah, it took pretty much all the red away. It just had like a bit, but like you said, not all of it's bad.
Right. I mean, because it's just by the legs, and I want my foreleg to look like it's in front of my back leg. I don't want it to look like they're all in the same. I want it to look a little 3D is what I'm trying to say. And here's your wire line view. So this kind of lets you see how it's going to sew out. You can kind of see your undersewing there. It just gives you a string view of how it would look. And then you're back to your regular 3D embroidery look. This guy here, your clean up stitches. I never sew a design without cleaning up my stitches. I always take my design and clean up my stitches and get rid of those nuisance undersewing tie-offs that I don't need 6 tie-off knots for. Little nuisance traveling stitches and things like that. I always do my clean up stitches.
Well, I you don't have to.
And it also comes with, you have the project advisor with essentials, but with density repair kit, I can select a project. Say I want to sew this on a bath towel. I can set my project and it will make the changes necessary to the design so it will sew on what I have selected. Which can be a very valuable tool, especially for a new embroiderer. that just bought that design from whatever their favorite design store haunt is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you sell tons of designs in your store.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So when they come to your store and buy designs,
now we know what to do with them.
right. And they're a new embroiderer, they can come here, go to Project Advisor, tell it, well, I have that lace table runner. That reindeer would look nice on there. Let's set our project. And now it'll sew on lace.
Oh, wow.
Let's bring in one more design and play with that a little bit more. Let's go to, I know, I'm going to play a trick on my brother who's a biker.
Okay, we're following you. Where are we going?
I'm going to sew a snowman on the back of his leather vest.
Oh, nice. He's festive. We're just helping him out.
That's right. That's right. He's been a little cranky here lately, so he needs something to cheer him up. So I am going to click on Set Project. And it's going to take out the underlying stitches and things like that. So it will be just the right density to sew on leather without perforating it and making it fall all the way through the leather.
Oh, wow. So you're customizing it even for the material you're putting it on.
Right. That's why in Essentials, you don't have your set project. This part right here, you don't have. In Essentials, all you have is your selection, and then it gives you some information, some project notes, tells you what kind of stabilizer, what kind of topping to use, what kind of thread, what type of needle. This one requires to sew it on leather, on knits. It's saying to use a ballpoint needle. How many of you use a ballpoint needle for embroidery?
Probably not as often as I should.
Okay. How many of you know that an embroidery needle is neither a sharp nor a ballpoint?
That would also be me.
It's a middle of the road needle, so there's no need to change to a ballpoint needle because an embroidery needle is sharp enough to go through those fine fabrics, but also has enough rounded point to go through and wedge its way into small things like knits without making pulls and things like that on your knits.
Oh, wow. Everyone in the comments is like, I didn't know that. That is awesome. Paula, I had no idea. We're learning so much. Debbie is the queen over here. We're all learning. That's the great part about these shows. It's just a wealth of knowledge. And like I said, they are pre-recorded. So if you ever need to go back, because all the information we're getting, you can always watch that back.
Yeah. One last thing I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
Since we're running close to the end of time. Your help menu, that is where your manual is at. And you might say you like a book and this, that. And I like books too. But when it comes to my embroidery, I like to be able to search and then minimize, do what it says here, minimize it. And then it's always right down here in the bottom of my screen for me to click up and say, no, that wasn't what I was looking for. Let's go to the main view. Maybe that'll tell me what I want to know.
Can you click that again? I'm so sorry. I had the overlay on it. So I don't think they saw it. We're at the bottom.
Down at the bottom, there's a little white sheet of paper and a yellow question mark. And that's always where your manual is at. If you use your online help manual, That's what I like about it, because I can always have it minimized down here, and I can search. I can use the table of contents. Essentials. Let's see what it says about merging designs and essentials. Lots of stuff.
I wonder if you could hit Control F with this and search something. Oh, well, I wonder if you could. Talking out loud. That's what I'm doing.
No, it doesn't like that.
Nah.
You can print from here, but on the Embrilliance website, there's a PDF of the manual. If you want to print a manual, I would recommend going and getting the PDF and printing from there.
We had a quick question. Can I put this on my Mac?
Oh my goodness, yes, you can. It's Mac. It's native Mac compatible, as well as Windows. All you have to do is go to the website after you purchase, and they give you your serial number. Go to the website and download the Mac version and install it on your Mac. It runs natively.
That is awesome. Yeah, they always leave Mac out.
No camp, no, nothing else needed. Just it runs on a Mac.
That is so cool. Cindy wanted to know, can I take a JPEG and make a design from it?
Okay, that's what we're going to talk about next Thursday.
Cindy, you're going in too fast. All right, next Thursday, she's going to make you wait. I'm just going to come back for the next show. That way you get that answer.
You can in Stitch Artists, but not in Essentials or Enthusiasts. Those are stitch editing programs. Those are for working with pre-digitized designs. If you want to create your own design, you'd need Stitch Artists, which is our digitizing program.
That is so cool. Debbie, you have been a crazy wealth of knowledge. I'm so excited about next Thursday for the show. I'm going to make you keep some of your secrets until then. I feel like you have so much to teach us. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to do a ton of shows. So I'm going to have to take your schedule and just keep it. So let's go ahead, guys. If you haven't put hashtag AllBrands in the comments below, go ahead and put hashtag AllBrands to be entered into that $50 e-gift card. Hurry, last minute, hurry, put it in there. And then that way we can pull for that. Let's see.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? See, most people are just excited. Sounds like a good place to be next Thursday. Oh, there we go. Gosh, the comments are going so fast. Yes, it will be a good place to be next Thursday. We always have a good time, especially when Debbie comes on. Let's see. Oh my goodness. They're going so fast. Oh my goodness, they're all going so fast. All right, guys. So we are going to pull for that $50 gift card. Everybody ready? I do a terrible drum roll. There we go. Let's see. Who is it? Beth Smalls. Congratulations, Beth. You won the $50 e-gift card. Make sure to email events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim your $50 e-gift card. Again, make sure you email events@allbrands.com to claim your gift card. Congratulations, Beth. That is
Congratulations,
awesome.
Beth.
Oh my goodness. Again, Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. You have been a treat. I'm going to be messaging you with all the questions because now I have your cell phone number. I'm just kidding.
That's okay. Use it. Send me a text message. I don't mind.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, you've made it so easy where I feel like I can click around, like you said, click around, look around, and kind of figure it out. And I'm so glad to have this video to have as a reference. I will be front and center watching next Thursday for the digitizing, because that is something I've always wanted to get into. So I'm excited.
Well, good. I can't wait. I love doing these sessions with you guys. I love the attendees. I love the people at your store. It's just always a treat for me as well. So we will have so much fun next Thursday, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am. All right, guys, make sure you show up next Thursday for an amazing another show with Debbie, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.